All right. Hey guys. Holy macaroni. Welcome to June 1st. I can't even believe it's time to say that. But before we talk about June, we're going to talk about May because you guys took May and just blew it out of the water. Um, Blew it out of the water. So just in case you guys haven't seen it, because I did do a post, but it's in the comments, our final total as a team for May was $103,000, or 103, 358. So $103,000 is what our team did in some change. That's amazing because I couldn't find it. Like our team page is so active, I couldn't find it. But I think last month we were just shy of 80, if I remember that right. Do you guys remember? So, wow, like that's like $30,000 more than we did last month. That's mind-boggling. And I just want to address quickly why we ended the month as a team the way we did, like why I caused such mass chaos yesterday. So hitting 100K does not make a rank. Hitting 100K does not change my paycheck, right? But you guys have done so good. Like you have just done so good that I wanted this team to know that they could do 100K. I didn't want us to get to like 98 or 99. Now, granted, if we had, I'd have been happy. I'd have been thrilled. I'd been super proud. But I just knew. And so on Saturday morning, and I'm totally fessing up, on Saturday morning, I was convinced that we were going to have a promo from Lavelle. Convinced. And it wasn't there when I woke up. It wasn't there at 6 a.m. It wasn't there at 7, 8, all the things. I just kept checking, and I was like, well, the email's coming out late today because I am sure something's coming. And I remember telling Tom first thing that morning, I said, we as a team need to do $8,000 in the next 48 hours. That will get us to 100K, and that would just be amazing. And by 2 o'clock, there was still no promo, and we took a bike ride, and I came home, and I was like, wow. And that was the moment when there was part of me that was like, okay, you know what? We did good. We got close. So the next morning I woke up and I told Tom, I said, this team is going to do $7,500 today, hell or high water. I don't even know how I'm going to do it. And those of you that are in my head honcho's chat, you know, because I said to you in the chat, what can I do? How are we going to hit this today? And the suggestion was made, buy two, get one. And I was like, you know what? Game, I'm in. And so, yes, you guys did almost $11,000 just yesterday. Just yesterday. And yes, I know there was a promo attached. And yes, I know that's how some people decided to place their order. But I don't care. You pulled it off as a team. Like, I was literally, yesterday was wild. I will just tell you that. It was wild between getting orders, getting questions, doing the Venmos and the PayPals and all that. It was awesome. Like I'm sure my adrenaline was through the roof. But I would go in and out of the office, and every time I'd walk by Tom, I'd be like, we're at 97. We're at 97.5. Like, I would give him the updates. And somewhere around 99, I was not updating him anymore because I knew we were going to hit it because people were like, I've got this order coming in. I got this order coming in. So I didn't even think to update him when we clicked over 100 because at that point, all the focus had shifted as a team because we were getting Courtney Summers to 12K. And so God love Tom. He comes in the office and he's trying to be, like, how's it going? Because he thinks I'm going to be like, we're not hitting it. And I was like, oh, like we're at 102, but we're getting Courtney to 12K. So I can't talk right now. So God love him. He was so good about all that last night. But it just goes to show that, because I will tell you off and on all day, I will confess off and on all day yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if we're going to make it. I don't know if we're going to make it. We more than made it. We went above and beyond what I thought we were going to do. So I hope you guys all understand that is just the momentum that this team can create. That's the momentum that we needed to be a part of. Yesterday was fun. And I will be very upfront and honest because I've had a lot of people private message me. So I'm just going to lay it out here on the Zoom right now for all of you. No, I did not make any money yesterday. And you know what? I'm okay with that. It takes money to make money. It's important to invest. And I not only think of that as investing in the business, but I invest in my team. There are a lot of people who got orders yesterday and their volume went up because of the rebates. And I am okay with that. So please don't think that I push to 100K because I'm making some sort of big bonus or something. There's no money, but I don't care because there's been plenty of money up to this point. And as much as being in sales is about money, to me, building this team, that's what yesterday was about. That was showing, I wanted so badly for you guys to see the momentum that can be created when you are just focused. And so I appreciate so much that you guys took that promo, that you ran with that promo. And I mean, my gosh. So we had people hit 4K for the first time yesterday. Obviously, like I've already said, we had people hit 12K for the first time yesterday. So in the month of May, Team Dream Catchers, which is Samantha Cox's team, had 2 12Ks last month, 2 brand new 12K auto bonus earners last month. So that, my friends, is fire. That is momentum. That is where you start. So if you're thinking right now, I'm brand new and I have no idea what she's talking about, or you're thinking I'm pretty new and I'm not sure I can do this, you absolutely can. And here's the thing that I love the most about our 2 new 12Ks. One is new and one's been doing this for 4.5 years. It can happen anytime. And so if you've been in this business for, well, you've not been in it longer than 5 years, because that's where I'm at. So yeah, 2 12Ks, 2 4Ks, and 2 VIP 800s in 1 month. That is where team growth comes from. So if you're like, I want to hit 12K, I want to hit 12K. Well, look at what she just said. If you want to hit 12K, you got to help somebody become 4K, and you got to help somebody hit VIP 800. And by doing that, you will create that momentum. So if you're brand new, we'll explain that in a separate chat. But if you've been doing this for a while and you're like, I don't know, I got close one time, or I did this one time, go back to the basics. Every person that comes into your organization needs to be taught the VIP 800. Do they have to hit it? No. We love everybody where they are. But a lot of people would like to hit it, so start there. If they're past that stage, then guess what? The next game they can play is called 4K. Help them get to 4K. If you want to be a 12K, add some 4Ks to your team. If you want to be a 40K, add some 12Ks to your team. And I know I'm saying it like it's easy, and it's not easy by any means. But when you get overwhelmed or you start spinning in circles about what should I do, how do I do it, I don't know how to do it, you do know how to do it. I'm telling you right now, it's a numbers game. You go back to the basics. So speaking of the numbers games, I'm going to harp on this one more time and just probably get used to it. I'm probably going to talk about it every time we get together. If you are not yet doing rate of run, I'm going to explain it again one more time, and I'm going to explain it again 1,000 times probably. But if you are not using rate of run, you are holding yourself back. Had I been focused on getting this team to 80K, I can guarantee you we would have been at 78K. I can just guarantee you, because history proves itself. When I had my vision set on 80K, we didn't get to 80K. When I put my vision into my rate of run, which took away the limit and opened the sky, we hit 103 yesterday. Last month, we were just shy of 80, but I'll be honest, last month I was doing rate of run, but I was like in my mind thinking 60. I wasn't even putting us as an 80K. So shame on me, right? So rate of run. Today is the first day of the month. So I'm going to teach it to you 2 ways, because I didn't realize till today when I was talking to Sandra that I've not really taught it this way. I want you right now to take a sheet of paper, or in your mind, whatever, if you're driving, obviously don't do this. So it's okay to think, where do you want to fall at the end of the month? And don't lock yourself into a rank. So if you hit 4K last month, don't say 4K, because you've already been there. And maybe 12K is not where you want to go, or maybe it is where you want to go. I don't know. But you could easily say, I want to be 8K. Okay? You're going to take $8,000 and you're going to divide it by 30. Now, why 30? Because June has 30 days. So take your goal that you want to hit and divide it by 30. You want that number in front of your face every day. That is the average that you and your team need to do on a daily basis to get you where you're going to go. So on my calendar, it says right here, rate of run, $4,000. So at the end of every day, I'm going to look. Like at the end of the day, I'm going to look, are we at $4,000? And I literally just walked in the house, so I don't even know the answer to that. I'm going to look. Now, are we going to hit that every day? No. Some days are going to be bad, and some days are going to be amazing. But I know that that's the number every day I need to shoot for. So now what I do, and I taught this last night on the power plan, since I know I'm aiming for 4,000 every day, I go to every Saturday on my calendar and I look. So this upcoming Saturday is the 6th of the month. So if this team hits $4,000 every day for 6 days, we would be at 24K. So I map it out on my calendar. Where do we need to be every day? And then next to it, I will put the actual. So coming this Saturday, if we're supposed to be, we're shooting for 24. Maybe we're at 22. I will write down where we are. Maybe we're at 26. I will write down where we are. I will keep track of what we're actually doing. Now, in about a week or so, I'm going to look at you all and I'm going to say, what's your volume today? And we're going to figure out what rate of run you've actually been on to see where the month could take you. So you can do rate of run both directions. If it's the middle of the month, you're going to check your rate of run and see how far you can go based on what you've already done. So for you newbies, don't panic. Here in a week or so, we're going to work on that. But for those of you that have been here and you know your goal for the month, you need to divide it by 30. You need to know where you need to be every day. Now, the tricky part about that number, do not, and I say this, I wanted to throw up this last night when I wrote my number down because I was like, oh, wow, that's a big number. Don't let that number discourage you. Let it be your motivation. So if you're seeing, like when I look at that, and I'll just look right now because I have no idea. So I'm telling you as a team, we need to do $4,000 a day. I'm pulling it up. Hang on, hang with me. So whatever volume we're at as a team today, you guys, right now we're at 1519. So are we at $4,000 today? No. Am I going to let that bother me? No, because it's the first day of the month. Tomorrow is free credit day. Orders will come flooding in tomorrow. On the 5th, we have auto ships. So we have those peak days in the month that are going to help get us where we need to be. But I want to keep track of where we are on a daily basis. So anyway, I've talked about it a lot before. If you pick a rank, that's great. I want to, like when you say to me, I want to hit 12K, that's good, but that's the minimum. So it's okay to go 13K, 14K, 15K. And if you say to me, I hit 4K and I'm going to shoot for 4K next month, well, that's not growth. That's just staying put. So maybe 12K is uncomfortable for you or 12K is out of the realm for you right now. At least shoot for 5K, 6K, right? Build. You're always going to be building because you're going to lose people, you're going to gain people. You're going to lose people, you're going to gain people. But if you keep your mindset on growth, no matter what happens behind you, you will keep growing that business. So I just want to make sure that we go into June with that mindset that literally there is no sky to the number. So somebody could look at this and be like, oh, they're a 100K team. Gosh, they've got a ways to go to 200K. I don't freaking care if and when we get to 200K. We can hit 195 and I'll be thrilled, right? It doesn't matter. It's still going to be a huge organization with a ton of heart that is working hard to help people. I can guarantee at that point, there'll be a bunch of you driving free cars, even more than we already have. And we have quite a few. So kudos to all the auto bonus earners on this team. And if you are somebody, I'm just going to throw this out right now. If you are somebody and you're like, you know what, I want an auto bonus, I want to work for that, I want you to message me right now on Messenger. I want to know who is not an auto bonus earner that wants to be an auto bonus earner, because I'm going to make sure I keep track of you. Don't send me somebody else's name. It has to be you saying that you want to do it. Because I know a bunch of people I want to be auto bonus earners, but that's not how it works. I can't want it for them. Okay, so, I was like, my phone's going off. Obviously, someone's texting me. Okay, so real quick, like I said, I'm going to try to keep, was that you texting me? Oh, I'm trying to unmute you and it won't do it.
Okay, I just want to give my 2 cents worth really, really quick about rate of run. And so my team has gone anywhere from, 4,000 at our peak. We were at 56, almost $60,000 team. And it totally ebbs and flows. That's okay, because guess what? I'm still here, okay? So at the beginning of the month, my rate of run, I hadn't checked it, and I was like, okay, I just want to be a 12K team, because y'all know I've got an auto bonus that I've got to get. And for the last 6 months, 7 months, I mean, we are squeaking by the skin of our nose, okay? And so I think it was like a few days into the month of May, I was like, okay, my rate of run showed that, I don't know, like we could be like 16,000 or something like that. And I'm like, whoa, I'm just trying to get to 12. And that's when it shifted in my mind that, holy moly, we do play too small. Okay. And we think, all right, well, we can only get to this. And so I just kept tracking it every single day. And y'all, I mean, in my, like I said, my team ebbs and flows every single month. $17,294 last night. I just wanted to get to 12K.
Uh-huh.
If I had said and kept in my mind, I just want to get to 12K, guess what? We wouldn't have even hardly made it.
Mm-hmm.
But check it every single day. I know it sounds crazy, but it works.
Thank you. Thank you. I agree. Rate of Run has changed our team. It's changed my business. I've seen it change it for people. So if you're new and you're like, this is as clear as mud, I can talk to you one-on-one. We can do this. But I just want to make sure as a team, you guys all know that I'm cool with ranks. And I know that ranks are how our paycheck can change. But regardless of rank, all the volume you have under you, you get paid on. So why wouldn't you keep pushing? Like, why wouldn't you keep working for that? Okay, so I want to make sure you guys have all seen, I posted it in Dream Team and it is in your cloud office. They changed up the promoter packs today and it is such a good change. So we've always had a 200, a 400, and an 800, and the 200 has always been weird. Like, it's always driven me nuts because it's just random the way it works. Well, they fixed it. And not only did they fix it, but there's kind of like, to me, an added bonus there. So now you can order a $200 pack. You can get a box of capsules, 2 boxes of shakes, and a pack of regular DFT, which is only $190, right? But you're basically going to buy $10 of credits. And for those of you who are like, why would I want to buy credits? Because if you have $10 in credits as a promoter, you can now offer those to someone to cover their shipping or to take $10 off their order. You can also order that pack with skin, one of each for the skin set, and $50 in credits. So yes, as a promoter, you're spending $200, but you'd have $50. So now that's 5 people you could send $10 in credits to, or you could send one person off 50. It's whatever you want to do, but it's very nice because we don't really have opportunities to purchase credits. So for example, last night, the reason I was having to Venmo and PayPal, I didn't have that many credits sitting there in my back office. And I hope none of you have that many credits sitting back there, like use your credits. But so I love the new packs. I think it's going to make it even better because I like up to this point, bringing in a new person, when I talked about the $200 pack, you either did the thing where they got no DFT and they had to add it on, or you did the version where they had an extra DFT. It just seemed so weird. And so the new pack, I don't know. I guess we just had to do this for 5 years together for them to decide that they should change it. But anyway, the new pack is amazing. We are having a State of Lavelle call tonight, and I know we're on the Zoom, which means you guys can't dial in. I get that. I'm hoping that Maria does it live. I'm hoping that Susan or someone is already dialed in. We'll, Sandra's on. If you find Bridgeline, so like for those of you that are new, when you see the graphic come out, it says the number to call. By now, you can't get on that number. It's like packed out to the rim. But if you see bridge lines, that's where someone else has called in and now you can dial in through them. That would be the route to go. I don't know what's going to happen tonight on the call. I'm all thrown off because since we didn't have Thrive Palooza, so they weren't able to launch the new product, plus the COVID kind of delayed the product because of manufacturing. So I don't know if tonight is literally just a State of Lavelle and they just want to check in. They probably want to say freaking kudos because if our team is tearing it up like this, I'm sure everyone else's is. I said from the get-go, you're in health and wellness, and that is the #1 business right now. Like, hospitals stayed open through all of this, doctors, nursing homes, all those things, and tons of companies switched everything about their company to get into health and wellness during these shutdowns, and you guys were already there. I'm hoping for new deals. I am also hoping for details on the lifestyle getaway. I just don't know if they're going to have the ability to pull the trigger on that. I'm sorry I'm late. Oh, Sonia, you're fine. Don't you worry. Oh, I'm recorded the whole thing, so you're good. And part of me is like, maybe they'll launch a new product tonight. I don't know. They've been known to do that before, right? As soon as a call's over, something comes out. So I encourage you to get on there. And I know you've already given me 20 minutes of your life. But before we get off here, okay, Laura posted a bridge line for Dream Team. Thank you, Laura. So that would be the one that you could dial in most likely and get through. I'm not an emotional person, so I won't be, but I just want you guys to know I am so proud of you. There are so many people on this Zoom and just on this, whether you're watching the replay or not, who pushed. You pushed yourself, you pushed your team, you went out of your comfort zone, you did all the things. And again, I just want to make sure you understand hitting 100K was not for me. I did not earn something different. There was no car in my driveway this morning extra. I wanted that for us as a team because I wanted us to have that pride, that momentum, I mean, it was fun. It was crazy, but it was fun. I hope you guys all had fun with that. It'll be a while before I offer that many rebates again. So look for Lavelle for promos. But now's our time. We've got a few minutes. Who wants to shout people out? And I know there's a ton of shout outs. So just raise your arm, raise your hand, wave me down. I'm going to just, I didn't tell her, Courtney, I'm unmuting you. I just want a couple of, I can't unmute you. Why will Zoom not let me unmute people? I don't know. Just give me your gut instinct. How's it feel, Miss 12K?
Well, I'm not going to lie. I was pretty much an emotional mess last night. Like, it was real, but like, I couldn't like almost even come to terms with it, that it like really happened. Like, Mike kept, you know how you were saying Tom kept coming in and checking in and checking in. Well, Mike was doing the same thing. He'd like come down the hallway and he'd like look in here and he'd be like, how's it going? And I'm like, the next time you see me, I'm going to be at 12K. So don't come back here until I come out of this room. And I was literally jumping and screaming, running down the hallway. And he just grabbed a hold of me and I just bawled. Like, I don't know, guys, like, I still don't even have words. Like, I cannot get the words out. Like, this has been something that I've worked for literally almost 5 years. This is the whole reason why I even started working this business, was because of the financial mess that we were in, and I needed extra money and would have given anything for someone else to cover my car payment. And although it didn't happen the way that I thought it should happen, you know, a lot of amazing other things have happened in between, and timing is everything. And I most certainly couldn't have gotten to this point without each and every one of you. So I hope you guys know how much I appreciate you. I love you, and all the orders and credits and people that were pushing, and you guys wanted this just as much for me as I wanted it for myself. And I'm truly grateful. And so I'm going to stop talking before I start crying. So
Thank you. I just wanted to put you on the spot, you know, because we have a lot of new people on here tonight. For those of you that aren't sure what it means to earn an auto bonus. So Courtney and her team sold $12,000 in 1 month. Well, actually they sold over, but a minimum of $12,000 in 1 month. You have to have 4 active promoters under you. So it can't just be you and your best friend sell. I mean, you can sell it and you can make money. That's not a problem. But to earn the auto bonus, they want 4 people under you. And that is to protect you, because if let's say it's you and your best friend and you guys are selling $12,000 and you go out and you buy a car, and then all of a sudden your best friend leaves, because people do leave in this business, that would leave you high and dry. So by having 4 people under you active, you have a better chance of keeping that 12K going. So this will be, she's earned 12K. So she is going to get a $300 bonus on the second Tuesday of the month, because that is the baseline auto bonus. So no matter what she's driving, she could be riding a bicycle for all they care. She will get $300, and she can use it however she wants. It's her money to do whatever. Should she and Mike choose to go purchase a vehicle that lines up, there's a whole list. And you guys, from when we started to now, that list is huge. There's so many things you can pick from now. If you pick one of those vehicles, and it has to be 5 years or newer, so you don't even have to go get a brand new car. You can lease it or you can own it. It has to be black or white. It's very few rules. Once Courtney goes and buys this car or leases this truck or whatever they're going to do, she will go into the cloud. She will upload a copy of the purchase agreement saying that she owns it and that she now has an auto loan or whatever she does on this. Or let's say she pays cash for it. It doesn't matter. She has a purchase agreement. And until that car ages out for 5 years, she will get $800 a month for that car. So what a lot of us do is we go get a car that has a car payment around $400 to $600 a month, and then you keep the rest for insurance and gas. Or like I said, if you've got some amazing thing and you're able to pay cash and you don't even have a car payment, as long as that car that is registered is still 5 years or newer, you'll get $800. So it's huge. Now there's also another level you can do Elite where you can get $1,600 a month. That's like life-changing. Laura says, lease a car. Yeah. And there are tax benefits. So I lease mine and Laura leases hers because the entire payment can be written off the taxes. But if you own it, then you can keep track of your miles. So it's going to work better for different people. You got to play with it. You got to know, your situation or whatever. I don't drive a lot. So for me, the lease is a no-brainer because I'm not going to go over my miles. I know some people do drive a lot, but you can just pay extra to go over your miles. And as long as it's not going to take you past the $800 a month, you're still covered. So anyway, that was my little auto bonus snippet. And I've talked too long, and you guys should all go get on the corporate call. So I'm sorry. We'll do this again. Love you bunches. Bye.